Sometimes it seems like when you see us all together, like we must live in one house. And you know, Ananta's family has one room, and Amal's family has one room, and you know, like this. Everyone's got their place. But the truth is, that palace does exist, but it only exists in Kirtan. We actually are separated from each other mostly. And the only time we have a family reunion is when you invite us. So the feeling of being together in our spiritual home is only facilitated by festivals like this. Actually, mostly we feel separation from each other. Mostly I don't get to see these friends. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that helps a lot. Thank you. Mostly I don't get to see these devotees and spend time with these devotees. So, this mood of separation, but it's not just this feeling of this, it's a little too loud here. It's not just that feeling of sadness, but it's with this overwhelming hope, a little in between the two, yeah, of being reunited in our spiritual relationships, and that we have faith that our spiritual relationships supersede the material relationships. This material body is very limited, and some of us, we used to be teenagers, and now we're getting a little older, and we're recognizing the limitations of the body. The energy sometimes isn't there anymore that it used to be when I was like my kid's age, right? And then it's this, and then it's that, right? It's like that. This material world is limited. Does everyone recognize that? Yes. No matter how many devotees want to come in the temple, only some can come. They'll always be, it'll get too packed. There's just not enough room. The material world is limited. But the spiritual world is unlimited. That means even our spiritual relationships are unlimited. Now think about this. It's impossible for us, even just in this room, to all know each other intimately. It's just not possible. Even if we tried, there's too many people to have an intimate relationship with. You understand what I'm saying? It's just too many devotees. But in the spiritual world, we're not limited. Sat Chit Ananda are the basic qualities of existence. Knowledge, eternity, ever expansive. Srimati Radharani is so enthusiastic to be a devotee that she's a better devotee tomorrow than she was yesterday. She is always expanding in her love for Krishna. These devotees, all of these devotees in the spiritual world, they know us. We actually have a relationship with them. Think about this. It's not just that we're the followers of Rupa Goswami. In the spiritual world, there's no limit. Rupa Goswami has a relationship with all of his followers. We have a relationship with Rupa Goswami, but we just don't know it. But he knows it. Srila Prabhupada recognizes each and every one of us on the spiritual dimension. In that same way, we actually have a relationship with Lord Chaitanya himself. Even though we may not recognize it, we don't understand, I'm not pretending like I understand. I'm just giving you the siddhanta of the fact of reality. Krishna knows us. Lord Chaitanya knows us personally. Srila Prabhupada knows each one of us personally, spiritually. So today, I just thought, just in a few minutes that we have as an opening to this festival, I was expressing this when we all gathered at Vrinda and Hari's house for dinner, just when we arrived, how grateful I was to be part of this Kirtan family. But we're all part of this Kirtan family. You guys could be anywhere right now. There's so many things to do in Dallas. Dallas is one of the most famous cities in the whole world. It's wealthy, it's prosperous, and the material enjoyment in Dallas is practically, in this material world, unlimited. If you wanted to, and you had the money and the desire, you could do anything you want in this city. But you're choosing to be here in the temple chanting because you are part of this Mahaprabhu's Kirtan family. So, in that mood, I wanted to just go through beginning of the Mangalacharna prayers because we do them all the time. And for me, growing up in the movement, I didn't recognize the sweetness in the Mangalacharna prayers until I was like 40. I just didn't understand. It was just a thing that we did. It was just like going through the motions, not understanding. It's like stringing together a garland of relationships and showing like these devotees all love you. Starting from your Guru Maharaj and all the Vaishnavas, they love you, right? This is what Mangalacharna is. It's a garland of names in the pleasure of the Lord. And then I thought if we can sing this song, Hari Hari Bifale, which is considered by many devotees to be one of Srila Prabhupada's favorite bhajans. And it just basically gives a prescription for this weekend together. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave. Okay, who am I? Let's start from who am I? Me, I was born in the darkest of ignorance. And my spiritual master has opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Sanskrit is such a beautiful and poetic language that as you dig into it, layers and layers of sweetness and artistry are expressed. One way to understand this is that the Guru is like a doctor anointing the eyes with a salve, a healing salve. There's a certain instrument that they used to use for helping open the eyes of newborn babies and putting healing salve into their eyes. So my Guru has anointed my eyes in this way. So I am born blind, but my Guru is like a doctor, healing my eyes and letting me see. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swaranangam. When will Srila Rupa Goswami, okay, right away, here we're now being tossed at the feet of Rupa Goswami by Srila Prabhupada. You know, all this comes from Srila Prabhupada. Everything we have comes from Srila Prabhupada. Why do we have a picture of a South Indian temple in a Gaudiya Vaishnava temple? Because of Srila Prabhupada. Everything you see is because of Srila Prabhupada. This bhajan here, Prabhupada's purport, his purport and explanation for it, Prabhupada says, Narottam Das Thakur's bhajans are very important. So he's like saying, okay, let me just lay it down for you. Here's how it is. This is the connection. This is why. And he says they're considered to be non-different than the conclusions of the Vedic scriptures, right? Every word of Srila Prabhupada is instructing us, guiding us, opening the way for us. So Prabhupada's immediately tossing us here. When will Srila Rupa Goswami, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, give me shelter under his lotus feet? Who knows the story of that one Vrindavan Babaji who told the disciples of Srila Prabhupada that he used to watch Prabhupada sweeping the samadhi of Rupa Goswami. You know this story? So Prabhupada was at the Radha Damodar temple, right? Preparing for his mission. And Prabhupada used to, at night, when there was no one paying attention, Srila Prabhupada used to sweep the samadhi of Rupa Goswami, and this one Vrindavan Baba said, I used to see him crying and crying, praying to Rupa Goswami. So this is this mission that we're part of. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavascha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and unto the feet of all the Vaishnavas. So now this becomes this beautiful ladder. We're climbing this beautiful ladder. Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Snijadim. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Rupa Goswami along with his elder brother Sanatana Goswami, as well as Raghunath Das and Raghunath Bhatta, Gopal Bhatta, and Srila Jiva Goswami. Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya. So beautifully said in a poetic way. Sadvaitam, that's a Dvaita Acharya, right? Who is Savadutam? Lord Nityananda, the Avaduta, right? All the way to Krishna Chaitanya Dev. And now I offer my respectful obeisances to Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna, along with their associates Sri Lalita and Sri Vishaka. Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka. My dear Krishna, you are the friend of the distressed and the source of creation. You are the master of the gopis and the lover of Srimati Radharani. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Dinavando Jagatapate, Gopesha, Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta, Namaskite. I offer my respects to Srimati Radharani, whose bodily complexion is like molten gold, and who is the queen of Vrindavan. You are the daughter of King Vrishabhanu, and you are very dear to Lord Krishna. We all know this one. Tapta Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Pranamami. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They can fulfill the desires of everyone, just like desire trees, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. I was just asking my wife Rindarani today, what is it about being in Kali Yuga that gives you a taste for saying bad things about someone? Why is it that it's just like there's some nasty pleasure? Some information comes along and the tongue just wants to grab it and say, this thing about someone. Why do we do that? It's so destructive to our devotee community. It's just so bad. And yet we delight in these kinds of low-class pleasures. This prayer is encouraging us. You know, we were talking about this, Kirtan and myself, a few devotees were talking about this last night. Let's just recognize the fact that we're going to be together for a long, long time. And that most probably the people that you're dealing with, you're going to be dealing with until you're 80 years old. And then, Bhajar Prabhu was saying, and then it goes on next time. So with that understanding, it's like, do I find a way to cooperate with Haridas? Or do I find a way to fight with Haridas? If we're going to be stuck together for our whole lives doing service, let's just learn how to get along nicely and serve. Now, what's the point in fighting and criticizing? So this prayer says, actually these devotees, they're like desire trees from the spiritual world. And you know what's really interesting about this analogy? You know, who here knows who the guru of Lord Chaitanya is? Some young devotee, tell me. Anyone under the age of 15 know the answer? Who is the guru of Lord Chaitanya? Almost. Ishwarapuri. Good one. Ishwarapuri. And who is the guru of Ishwarapuri? Madhavendra Puri. So I heard this from my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami, who heard this from Gaur Govinda Maharaj. Do you know Ishwarapuri, Madhavendra Puri's spiritual form? A Kalpa Vriksha tree in Nidhivan, who heard the private conversations between Radha and Krishna. He was the only creature who was listening during the private conversation. Everyone was pushed away except Madhavendra Puri. He's the tree who heard the private conversation, so filled with love. There's so much more to this story, but you know, this example of trees, Bhaktivinoda Thakur talks about it in Kalyana Kalpataru. He's bringing a tree, right, Achyuta? He's bringing a tree, a desire tree, down to this material world in a form of these bhajans. And he wants help and care for this tree. So the devotees are so precious. Actually, the devotees, if we can just have good relationships with the devotees, they can satisfy all of our spiritual desires and actually turn us into devotees. Okay. Let's chant this prayer. Vansha kalpa tarubhyascha kripasindu bhayevascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Look around the temple and imagine that everyone is a desire tree. Imagine all these devotees are trees in the forest of Vrindavan. Each one can give us whatever our hearts can imagine in our spiritual lives. And now we come to the prayers to Srila Prabhupada. Some non-devotees, they say, you know, Radha and Krishna, they're just a metaphor. For our own understanding of our own, this, you know, like, who am I? Radha and Krishna, expression of poetry. But the Vaishnavas understand no poetry and art and music, they fall off the dancing bodies of Radha and Krishna. That Radha and Krishna are the reality, and if anything, we are the metaphor. For Radha and Krishna to understand themselves. Right? Well, maybe we're the metaphor, but they're the reality. And all these things that describe them are just effortlessly coming from their eternal spiritual dancing. So Srila Prabhupada, some people say, oh, it was so opportunistic that Srila Prabhupada came to America in the 60s. Maybe the whole 1960s was designed just so Srila Prabhupada could come and bring the Sankirtan movement. Maybe the entire internet was designed just to help spread the Sankirtan movement. Because every time someone films with their camera and broadcasts it and tags someone, they're spreading Kirtan 100,000 people. Maybe the internet is only here to serve Mahaprabhu's movement. That's my theory. I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who was very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Again. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami. Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master, servant of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Sri Chaitanya Dev and delivering the Western countries which are filled with impersonalism and voidism. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaura Vani Prachayane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya. Again. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaura Vani Prachayane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Can I have a little more of the high side of the mridanga in my monitor? There's a famous musician named Jack Johnson. Anyone here ever heard of Jack Johnson? Jack Johnson has a new song, a new album that came out around Christmas. And he has this song talking about how people shouldn't fight based on religion, right? It's a very cute song. You should listen to it if you get a chance. But the thing is, in this song, he's talking about the unity of all different religions and different names. And in that mood, he starts saying, you cannot be named. You have no age. You have no beginning. You have no end, right? These are the kinds of ways that people try to describe God. This mood of inclusiveness very easily turns into what? Impersonalism, very easily. In fact, not only can God not to be described by material words, but actually no one can describe. There is no description of God, right? This is what happens. In the desire to solve these material problems, we create other problems. Srila Prabhupada, in this prayer, it's described that Srila Prabhupada has come to get rid of this tendency towards impersonalism and voidism. You know that beautiful description in the Damodarastika of Krishna's rosy cheeks, read by the kisses of Mother Yashoda? My friends, where in all of the world's scriptures can you find such sweet description of the Lord that you can find inside our tradition? It's so beautiful. It raises us above this idea. Not only can God be described in the most beautiful ways, but all poetry exists simply for the purpose of describing all the Lord's qualities, the Lord's form. Again, namaste. Namaste, Saraswati Deve, Gaura Vani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Sriyavani Asatya. Okay. Now we come to the Panchatattva Mahamantra. Let's still use a little more of the high side of the drum. Through this beautiful mantra, we can get intimate connection with these devotees that are being named, led by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Through the holy name, we can have more access to the Lord than we can have in any form. That's why the name is considered the most merciful form of the Lord. As we chant this mantra that many of us chant multiple times every day, let's meet these devotees and meet these divine personalities as if we're meeting them for the first time through their holy name. First, the devotees of the Lord. In the last line, let's chant it 4 times together. This lineage coming through the Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. How much gratitude do we feel today to be part of the Gaur Bhakta Vrinda? Everyone say Hari Bol. Hari Bol. 4 times together. Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Oh Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Bhakta Vrinda. Together. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please repeat after me. We'll go name by name. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, one of the great links in our spiritual sampradaya, our disciplic succession. He says that when we get back to Godhead, the Lord will personally take us and introduce us to everyone in the spiritual world, one by one. So let us imagine that we're being introduced to these divine personalities. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Now you sing. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Prabhu Nityananda. Prabhu Nityananda. Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita. Shri Advaita. Shri Advaita. Gadadhar, Gadadhar, Srivasa Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Srivasa Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Srivasa Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Srivasa Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Jaya Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Jaya Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Again. Jaya Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Again. Jaya Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Again. Jaya Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Again. Jaya Gaura Bhaktavrinda. I'm realizing that we're not going to get to this bhajan today. We'll do it tomorrow. Is that okay? No. In this bhajan, one of my favorite lines, Tara Sakshi Jagai Madhai. Dina Hina Jata Chilo Harinam Udharilo. Tara Sakshi Jagai Madhai. Right? Jagai and Madai, they were unimaginably sinful. You know, we do this play. Who here has grown up or has spent time and seen the play of Jagai and Madai growing up in a temple at some point, right? Are Jagai and Madai in these plays, are they scary? No. They're kind of silly, right? Like, one's like there's like a skinny one and a fat one, and then like they're like oh ha, ha, and then like the clay pot, and like it's like a bit kind of a bit of a joke, right? That's because if you did the play like it really was, the children in the temple room would run out screaming. Jagai and Madai were so sinful that when Lord Chaitanya did a ceremony in the Ganga using Achman, Tulsi, Ganga water, They did Achman, and he said, transfer the ownership of all your sins to me. Do you know what happened to Mahaprabhu's skin? Achyuta, what happened? He turned gray. Mahaprabhu's complexion changed from this transfer of intense karmic burden. Right? That's how sinful these guys were. But this bhajan says, you think that even you can't taste the holy name Jagai Madai? It's proof. Just look. There is proof. Witness, you want witness? There is Jagai Madai. Right? Okay, so in that mood of Jagai and Madai, when they left behind their life and they became devotees of Lord Chaitanya, devotees didn't want to have anything to do with them. But somehow Mahaprabhu insisted. So can you imagine being in the kirtan? They're in the back are Jagai and Madai. But Nityananda is dragging them in and pushing them to Lord Chaitanya. So in that mood, let's follow in the footsteps of Jagai and Madai. And as we sing the name of Lord Chaitanya, let's imagine that we're being pushed towards the Lord in this mantra. Okay, we'll sing all the way through together with one voice. And we'll do it twice, okay? All the way through. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Again. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Fourth time. Jaya Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Jaya Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Jaya Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Jaya Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Do we have a wireless mic? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama I've asked for a microphone for Bhadra Prabhu. We're going to spend the next few days chanting the Hare Krishna mantra together. I know it's very important for the devotees in Dallas that this is more than just like a party, right? We're not just here for a New Year's party. The idea is that we take some treasure away from this time together, that we become better devotees, closer to the Lord. So I just wanted to ask Bhadra Prabhu, what does the Hare Krishna mantra mean, Bhadra Prabhu? What is this mantra that we're singing? What does it mean?
Hare Krishna mantra is the coming from the spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan. And this mantra is going to take us home back to Golok Vrindavan. All of us together. Srila Prabhupada is waiting for us. Srila Prabhupada will take all of us. He doesn't want alone. He doesn't want just me alone. He wants all of us to go together to the spiritual world, to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Everyone together, please.
Hare Krishna,
Nityananda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Now you can't see her because I'm perfectly the right shape to cover her. But behind me is a Chuta Gopi. a Chuta Gopi. What is this Mahamantra that we're singing? Please tell us why you love chanting this Mahamantra. I'm the Brahmajyoti, covering Achuta's spiritual form.
When Bhadra Prabhu was speaking, I was thinking about how His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj was saying that we cannot imagine how rare and valuable this holy name is. Imported from Goloka. Usually when we have imported things, we treat them very nicely. Something's like imported from Italy and Milan. We make it like really, really posh and fancy. We're too busy, too involved, too whatever. I don't have time. And I don't have any time for the most valuable thing that you could possibly give me. And then yet, we beg Krishna to give him the most valuable thing that he has. She says, okay, I'll give you the holy name. I'll give you myself. I'll give you everything that I have, everything that is nearest and dearest to my heart and kept the most secret. Here, take it. I don't want to be too busy anymore. I somehow want to come away from this weekend not feeling like I'm too busy to chant the holy name, not feeling like there's anything else more important than valuing this most imported treasure from Goloka. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nitai Gaur Premanand.